Hello, darlings. It's another coffee morning, and today I want to talk about tunes that take us back to a moment in time during our life. The first one for me is Procol Harum, A Whiter Shade of Pale, and that is because I was only a young teenager when I first bought my first ever single record for 5 shillings in Hounslow. I remember 5 shillings was a lot of money to pay for a single record. And whenever I hear that record, I think of having to walk all the way back from Hounslow to my grandmother's house so that I could listen to it on her radiogram. The second record is I'm Not in Love by 10cc. Now that record was, I never realised that this was meant to be a love song. I thought it was meant to be the complete opposite because that's why I was singing it. I was singing it when I had broken up with my first husband. He was so manipulative. He was so coercively controlling. And he thought the sun shone out of his own backside. He thought he was the bee's knees. And I used to sing that. But when I hear it now, it takes me back to the time when I was singing it in my kitchen. He didn't hear me singing it, but I was nonetheless. The third tune is called The Reason by Hoobastank, and that does have pleasant memories for me. That takes me back to a time when I was living on my own with Katie in our house. It was a sunny day and the windows were open and Katie was doing her revision, I think probably for her A-levels. And my daughter Katie does have a really powerful and beautiful voice. It is an anthem, and she was singing it at the top of her voice. And I stood below her window and just listened to her. It was so lovely to listen to my own daughter singing so joyfully. The fourth one is another time when I was with Katie. Katie was now coming up to 18. And she and her friends had decided to go on holiday to Zante together. And I took them to Gatwick Airport. I had Mr. Blue Sky by the Electric Light Orchestra in my car, and I put it on and we cranked it up to the full volume. We were all singing it in the car, shrieking our heads off. It was such a happy tune, and it was the perfect start to their holiday in Zante. Now, if you've watched any of my life story, you will know that my third husband was a con man. On the day when I had finally got to court trying to get my money back from him, it was just a dreadful day. We had gone to court. I was very nervous, but in the end, the judge gave me a judgment against my ex-husband, or my husband at the time. When I got in my car on the way home, I had a Sophie Ellis-Bextor tune in my car, just ready for driving home, and that tune was Get Over You. I'm not going to sing it for you, obviously, but if you look at the lyrics on the web, you'll be able to see the sentiment of the song, or even look it up or listen to it on YouTube. When I rang his mobile, it went to voicemail, and I just put the music on, and I left it going the entire time driving down the A3, just so that he would get the message. If you want to find out what that sounds like, have a look on YouTube, and you'll see why I really wanted him to hear that. after I'd got my judgment against him. Having said that, a few weeks later he declared himself voluntarily bankrupt, so it did me no good. But for a very brief moment, I felt victorious. And the last tune that will be forever in my memory. Well, if I explain to you, when my darling boy wants me to see something on the television, I'm generally in the kitchen or somewhere else, and he'll say, "Darling, do you have a moment? Can you come in and look at this?" And I tell you, it's normally a baby or a little child during a rugby match or a cricket match or something in the audience, and he will show me it. But this one time, there was not a baby, there was a man singing Roberta Flack's "The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face." And he said, "Sit down, I want to play this to you, because it's you I think of when I hear this tune." And I sat there and I listened to it, and it was so beautiful. I think it was the most romantic thing my husband has ever done for me. And I wept. And actually, I can't listen to that tune without crying even today. Do you have any tunes that mean a lot to you? Or do any tunes, particular tunes, take you back to a time in your life, good or bad? And what are they? And if you have been, thanks a lot for watching. Lots of love. Bye-bye.